Have you got a rusty old bike sitting in the back of your shed? Has it been there for quite a while? Are you maybe feeling a bit embarrassed about taking it out after so long? I'm here today to help you to rescue that bike from the back of your shed and see what we can do to get it back on the road again, or maybe get it into a bike shop, or maybe it's time to call it quits. I'm Anna Church and I work for Velocity Inverness. We have 3 bikes today which we're going to look at to help you identify some of the common problems that may be faced once a bike's been sitting for a while. You're not going to learn to be an expert mechanic from this video today, but hopefully it'll get you empowered and able to get your bike back on the road or to find out what may or may not be wrong with it. Before we start, there are a few household items that you may have lying around that will help you in this process, or perhaps that you could borrow from a neighbour, such as spanners. These are useful for loosening and tightening parts of your bike. Pliers and a screwdriver. A set of Allen keys and oil. WD-40 is a normal household item which is pretty much the same as GT85, which is the bike shop version. If your bike is really grubby, it'll be worth giving it a good clean before you start because it'll be much easier to see what's going on. This is muck off which you can buy from a bike shop, or you can just use hot soapy water, just a little bit of washing up liquid in a bowl of hot water, and a sponge and a toothbrush for getting into those difficult to reach places. I'm going to check if this bike is worth saving. I'm going to start by looking at the frame. I'm going to follow the frame shape and I'm going to feel for any damage. That's what I'm looking for. Any cracks or dents, because the frame is the strongest part of the bike, and if this is not in good condition, then the bike will not be safe to use. This bike has got no damage to the frame, so we can move on. I'm also going to look at the wheels. Are they able to freely turn? Do they have any broken spokes? And what condition are the tyres in? I can see here this tyre is in very poor condition. The sidewall is damaged. This will need replaced. You can find out the tyre size by reading the writing on the inner tyre wall. I need to check if the brakes are working. The brake levers are up on the handlebars, but I'm looking for wear on the brake pads. These brake pads are still quite thick. They look in good condition. And when I squeeze the brakes, they're operating pretty well. I think the brakes are in quite good nick. I'm not worried about them. Now I'm going to look at the bearings. There are bearings inside the bottom bracket, the headset, and the wheels. We check for sideways play, and if it feels smooth when it turns. I don't feel any sideways play here. But this definitely doesn't want to turn. I can see that the chain is very rusty. It's definitely going to need replaced and probably looked at by a bike shop. That also means it's likely that the gears are going to need attention too, which the bike shop can also do. Now I'm looking at my contact points. My hands go here for the brakes and the gears, and my steering. This is not in good condition. I'm going to need new grips. Saddle. That's all looking good, nice and smooth. But my pedals feel stiff to turn, and I think they're going to need replaced too. I guess this is a bike shop job again. Overall, although this bike has got to have some attention from a bike shop, it's definitely salvageable. Some of the things that need repaired, it's possible I could actually just do myself. Pedals, setting the saddle height, fixing the grips, and changing the tyre. There's lots of online resources and tutorial videos that can help you do this yourself, but failing that, it's always okay to take it to the bike shop. So, first of all, I'm going to take a look at the frame. I'm looking for any damage that might be caused, so cracks and dents, and I can do this by running my finger along it. But I'm pretty happy this frame is in good condition. Now I'm going to take a look at the wheels. Do they spin freely? Are the spokes in good condition? How's the tyre looking? This has got plenty of tread left on it. I think this tyre is in good condition. But it's a bit soft, so it's possible that just by pumping up this tyre, these wheels will be good to go. Remember to check them both. Now on to the brakes. These brakes are disc brakes. I'm going to spin the wheel, and the wheel is stopping. This brake is pretty much good to go. Same again. That's us, we've got 2 working brakes on this bike. Now I'm going to take a look at the bearings. There are bearings in the bottom bracket, in the headset, and in the wheels. We already know the wheels are turning okay, so now we're going to look for any sideways play. But these feel pretty secure, and I can't feel any wobbling within the wheel, so I'm happy with that. Same with the back. I'm going to pinch the wheel between my legs and see if I can turn or feel any play inside the headset, and it feels a little bit loose to me. I think that this is going to need tightened. I could try and do it myself using an online tutorial video, but it's quite complex, and I think I might be happier to send that to the bike shop. Lastly, I check on the bottom bracket. I'm pulling the crank arms against each other, and I can't feel any movement, so I'm pretty sure that that's okay too. Now I'm going to take a look at the gears and the chain. So we know that the wheel is turning from the pedals, and it seems to be running quite smoothly, but I can see that the chain is quite rusty. So it's going to need cleaned and re-lubricated. And there are plenty of online videos for this, and this is definitely something that you can tackle yourself. But again, if you're unsure about anything, no job is too small for a bike shop. Now I'm going to look at the contact points. I'm going to start with the handlebar. The grips feel good, but we've got a hole in the bar end here, so we need to get a bar end plug, which you can get online and just tap it in yourself with a hammer. The saddle looks good and it feels sturdy, but I can see that there are a couple of holes appearing. So this is going to potentially soak up water if your bike is outside at any point, so that's something you might want to think about replacing. And the pedals. On this bike, they are turning, but they definitely feel a bit stiff, and I think pedal replacement is something you're going to need to think about in the future too. Overall, in spite of the couple of problems we've highlighted, this bike is definitely worth repairing. It's pretty easy to keep your bike in safe working order, but whatever you're concerned about, remember you can always go to your bike shop for any repair, no matter how big or small. If you do need to go to a bike shop, don't be intimidated. A good bike shop will be always ready to answer any questions you have. There is no such thing as a silly question. Check out local bike projects, which may offer riding skills and cycling sessions to help you build your confidence. Wherever you go next, I hope you get to go there on your bicycle. Good luck!